What's up, Pokemon trading card game fans? Welcome to episode 126 of Special Conditions, the TCG podcast where our love for competing and collecting collide. Special Conditions is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Thursday, January 5th, 2023. It's a new year.
Wait.
I'm one of your hosts, Adam Tuttle. It's not a new me, it's just a new year. And I'm joined by my new co-host, who's not really new. He's just 3 episodes new. This is number 4. Justin Keller, what's up?
Hey, yeah, it is number 4. Technically, number 3 hasn't been released yet, but details.
Oh, we don't need to know behind the curtain stuff. How are you? How was your New Year's?
Good. It was good. We went to a putt or miniature golf,
Mini golf
for you, East Coast people.
I know we discussed that on the Zoom call on Monday. I was like, what?
We went to a miniature golf bar that had a bunch of different themes. One of them being the one that we did was a ski lodge theme.
Wait, it was a bar?
It was a bar, multi-level bar. And at your first hole, the waiter asked what you wanted to drink, and then they brought it to you on the next hole.
That's cool. Okay, maybe that's a little different than mini golf, because mini golf around here is like what you do with your family.
Oh, you had to be 21 and up to get in.
Ooh.
No, it was pretty cool.
No youngins allowed.
Nope. Yeah, it was pretty chill atmosphere. Yeah, the other themes
were. And were there a lot of people there?
It was Monday, so the I guess the observed holiday, and there was a line to get in, but we only had to wait 30 minutes, so it was good.
Oh, that's not too bad. Did they have food?
Yeah, they had food.
Did you get food?
I did not. I had just restarted my keto diet, so I ate somewhere else that was diet friendly.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Did you do anything else for New Year's? Did you play any Pokemon?
Did I play any Pokemon? You know what? I did. So, I guess that would have been the 29th, whatever the Friday was. We're not Friday Night Magic around here. We're Friday Night Pokemon. And
That's cool.
I played Eternatus, and one might call it Returnatus, because that's what I took to locals. And
Did you say Returnatus?
Returnatus. I'm bringing it back,
that
just like
so
2020.
Punny.
Just
that is the show name right now. Yeah. Returnatus, because it's back.
Yeah. So I went 5-0. So
5-0.
Mm-hmm.
So that means like no losses.
No losses.
And no ties.
No ties.
Ties were exceptional.
Yeah.
I mean, or optional. If you wanted to wear a tie, you could wear a tie, but you were still going to lose to your Returnatus.
Yes. So a little bit about my local meta there. So it's at Sci-Fi Factory, which I've talked about before. And there's like anywhere on Friday nights from 20 to 30 players. And that's
a really good turnout.
It gets super competitive. We have 2 to 3 judges that swap around so they can play sometimes. I think 5 of them went to Toronto for the regional. Obviously 80-90% of them went to Arlington because it's down the street. And
it's a stone's throw away.
Yes. And a lot of them are just better than me. Well, I would say more practiced. I'm still pretty new to the game. I still only started playing in person this year.
Yeah, you're still getting the feel for things. The only way that I can get games on a consistent level is by playing PTCGL.
Mm-hmm.
In case you're unfamiliar, the L stands for live, and I play it on my phone.
I thought L stands for love.
And I also have been playing Eternatus, and it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, so
except I forgot to take a video, but I definitely took a screenshot, and I was like, I can't send this to anyone. I can't use this. I was so upset. I had a hidden energy on my active Eternatus VMAX, and it could not retreat. I had hit retreat, and it wouldn't retreat. I could not. It
gave you the pop-up for
anything.
retreat?
No, yeah, so I hit the retreat, and it's
Uh-huh.
like, yes, okay. And then it, like, initiated that I was going to retreat it, but it didn't give me an option to choose any of my bench Pokemon. And
Is-
eventually, it just ended my turn, and it was still active. And I was like, no way. And then my opponent proceeded to knock it out. And I was like, that's so unfair. I literally have a free retreat. I was retreating it for my Weezing. So there are bugs, but just report them.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Tell us how your matchups were.
Yeah. So, well, first off, I wanted to play because, you play the coughing Weezing and it does poison. We're all about special conditions around here. Haha. Plug.
For sure.
And
Yet I see no one using full heals.
yeah, well, as much as I love full heals, it's not always the most practical card to play. But yeah, so round one, I actually got a bye, which I didn't want. But at this league, buys count as
a
wins.
win is a win.
Yeah. So, and they do the Swiss pairings. So, I was like, okay, I haven't played with this in person yet. Let me shuffle the deck, play out some hands, and
Wait a
see how
minute.
it goes.
You haven't played this in person,
No.
and you went 5-0,
Yeah. Yeah, I played some rounds online.
and you're
before I
not
went.
bragging about that. Everybody you beat, you should have said, "Listen, this is my first time playing. Go easy on me."
So one of the guys that I beat, he was so impressed. He's like, "Hey, after this, let me take a picture of your deck list." He wanted me to set it up for him. Yeah. So first round, I played Duraludon, and they wanted to go second. I was like, okay, that was a little odd, but I get it out. And they have like a chance to to respond before I get out the Weezing. But I get out the Weezing, and then they can basically just do nothing. They can't Starbirth. They can't find their they're not drawing enough cards. They can't involve their Duraludon on the bench. So then I knock out both, and then it's game over.
Excellent.
Game two, that was game two. So game three, I went against Lost Box with Giratina, and basically once I got the Weezing out, they couldn't do anything, and they were new enough. They didn't actually really know Eternatus, so like they're like, oh, I was like, oh yeah, this has been around since 2020. It's like, oh, I wasn't playing then. I was like, well, maybe you should read the card. Because he was like, yeah, I've been playing against Weezing online all the time, but never against Eternatus. And so I basically just Marnie and judge him like 4 turns in a row. He can get nothing set up. I'm just poisoning and knocking out his Comfies, taking a couple prizes here and there, while slowly I'm building up my Eternatus on the bench. So then when it comes time, I boss up his Giratina and knock it out, and then he just has no response, and then a couple more poisons and it's done. So there's that round. So that would have been 3-0. So 4-0 I went against Reggie's, which is difficult for Reggie's, but I bricked hard to begin the game. I did get my Weezing set up. I got 2 Weezing set up, and which is theoretically all you need. But it takes a while because you have to knock them out, and a lot of them have 130 HP. So you got to ping one here and ping one there,
or even more with Regigigas.
So but luckily I was able to get out the Radiant Sneasler, so it's 6 damage counters for poison every time. And so like slowly but surely I'm knocking one out. He's slowly but surely churning through his deck fast, like really going through it. Like at the towards the end there, where like I'm shuffling like a 10 card deck for him or whatever. And but then I finally am able to get out Eternatus, but like he manually powered up his Regigigas. He knocked out 2 of my Weezing, So then I had to promote Eternatus. I knock out his Regigigas, but he's like gone through so many resources by this point, he just can't really respond. So then we
because I was gonna say the response to that is set up a Regirock and one shot you.
Yeah, which he end up doing that?
Oh no, we got Justin thinking.
Yeah. Too much thinking here. So we end up like going to time, and I have 2 prizes left to take. He has, I want to say 3 prizes left to take. And so, but I'm like, how do I do this? But he's like super low on cards. And I'm like, okay, I can knock one out, but if he gets the return knockout, I need to set up a response attacker. And I'm thinking about this, like, okay, how can I set up a response attacker? And then I realized, he has 2 cards in hand, 2 cards in deck, and I'm holding Marnie. So I Marnie him, and then he has no cards to draw, and he decks out, so I win the game.
No! Wins like that are wild.
He played brilliantly to really draw out the match, which, should theoretically be an auto loss for most Reggies. But I was breaking hard enough at the beginning, he was able to, like, set up some stuff to what he needed. But then I ended up decking him out. And then final match was a lost box matchup. And the Weezings just really weren't great for him. And so I would, poison, knock out a Comfy, poison, knock out a Comfy, and then, or then I would boss up like his Oranguru or his Greninja, which he doesn't have the energy to retreat from, and he'd already used a bunch of his, switching cards to build up to for his lost zone. So he ends up not being able to switch, so then I just basically get knockout after knockout until he only has 1 Pokemon left, and he just can't draw anything because I've shut off his Comfy engine. And then I get the last knockout for the last, so he had no more Pokemon left.
Ooh, you benched him.
Yep, benched him.
Well, congratulations. What did you win for your first place victory?
So it's
just a pat on the back.
Yeah, pat on the back. So it's 2 packs per win, and then I get an extra pack for being first. So 11 sleeved boosters.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Oh, and I got my pick between Astral and Silver Tempest. So obviously I took Silver Tempest since that's the set I've opened the least.
Okay, and we haven't officially started the show, but we just did.
Oh,
because we're basically just going to talk about tournaments.
Yeah.
And San Diego predictions, and then the standard rotation coming up, and then So if you want to just jump right into opening a couple packs, because I unfortunately don't have any.
Don't have any? Well,
for the first time in forever.
I got to make up for me not having any the past 2 weeks and you having some. So, okay.
So how many are you going to open? 1?
You know what?
2?
We'll just do 3. Code
3? All right.
WJK 9RJ2 VBDBNB. Good luck. Let us know if you get anything good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. We got a fire.
All right, lightning energy.
Nah, it was fire.
Ah.
Well, that was a box of disaster. Huh? Seadra, Riley, Suian Basculin, Phantump, Makahita, Electrike, Murkrow, Machoke, Reverse, and a Politoed.
Politoed.
All right.
All right, hop to the next pack.
Next pack. Oh, if I didn't mention, these are all Lost Origin.
I thought you got Silver Tempest.
Well, I already opened those, so the deal is...
did you pull anything good from those?
You know what? I didn't really. I pulled one good thing, which was the Full Art Lance, which was pretty sweet. But everything else was just kind of meh.
Yeah. Okay, not bad. And Metal Energy.
It was Lightning. Thornton.
Thornton, here's a who?
Ooh, a Chorus Experiment playable card. Litleo, Ghastly, Ducklet, Hisuian Zorua, Binnacle, Ambipom, Clefable. I didn't read the code, did I?
I don't think so.
You know what? We will
I distracted
we'll put that one in the description. You know, change it up.
Okay.
Okay. Last pack. Come on.
Ooh, last pack magic. Let's go.
Gotta be something good, right?
I'm very excited for Crown Zenith, though.
Okay. This code. H46 LK T7 RD 7 RNV. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what comes after 4. All right, what's your guess for energy?
Fire.
Grass. Gloom. Looks like he's on psychedelics. Gift energy. Ooh, the Gastrodon is cute. Shuppet sticking out its tongue. Wurmple chewing on a clover. Tinamo. C-Dot, the clay version. Horsey. Torkoal. And for our rare, we got an Enamorous V.
Ooh, Valentine's Day is coming up. Get your Enamorous Vs while you can.
Yeah, it does have the...
They're going to be the gift to give.
Guardian of Love ability. Prevent all effects of your opponent's Pokemon abilities done to each of your Pokemon that has any psychic energy attached, except Enamorous V.
Hey, that's... Ooh. Remember that Cresselia and Gardevoir we were talking about?
That's
just throw this thing down on the bench and they can't do the same thing to you. I see that seeing play.
Yeah, that actually could be interesting.
But just a one of. You don't put more than one of those in there.
Yeah. You don't want to be too enamorous.
Correct. But yeah, honestly, if you pull one of those and you have a Valentine, give that special someone an Enamorous V. All right, Justin, let's start talking about some tournaments here.
Tournaments?
Yeah, you're showing me some tournaments here. You said there was like a super tournament of Doom into the new year.
Yeah, I mean, while it had a lot of players, it had how many players did this have?
127.
127.
Jeez, sprinkles.
It also has a killer name, so Super Tournament of Doom. So, is there any decks you want to talk about?
So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you see Arceus, or not Arceus, you see Lugia and Archeops. That's what I wanted to say. Not Arceus, Archeops. They sound the same.
Yeah.
But like, what's there to say?
Yeah,
it's a good deck.
You have nice deck.
Yeah, you have a nice deck. You've got Goodra in second place. Congrats, because there's one other in 26th place and another in 44th place. So not too many Goodras out there. But also, there's not too many of these other special decks that I've seen. One caught your eye.
Yes. So, keeping with the Lugia line, in third place we have Day Camp. They went 7-1-2, and they played Lugia with, get this, Gengar VMAX.
Gengar VMAX? What does that thing even do?
What doesn't it do?
Oh, wait. It's got Fear and Panic.
Yeah, it takes advantage of your opponents with Fear and Panic.
Yeah, for 2 energies, 60 times the amount of Pokemon V or in GX. Well, I mean, that doesn't matter. So just any of the Pokemon V. And then Swallow Up for 250. And then looking at the deck list, it's got single strike energy, so this thing can do a lot of damage. And then if you're attacking with Lugia or the Stoutland V, you've got the powerful energy to add extra damage there too.
Yeah,
And the choice belt.
I was thinking about this. Now I don't know if I would have landed on Gengar VMAX, but working a way to get single strike energy into a deck like Lugia, because you get to do the extra 20 damage. Everyone's like, "Ooh, powerful, colorless is so good," but it only works on colorless Pokemon. I was looking to see if one of the
other VMAXs would work.
Yeah,
so like the single strike, rapid strike, fusion strike.
Yeah, so like if one of the other single strike, one prize Pokemon would work. There's nothing I really decided on. There was kind of like a more Mykah that was kind of interesting, but nothing that was like game breaking like Gengar VMAX is.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I could think of was maybe like rapid strike Urshifu. And that's simply just to do extra bench damage to stuff on the bench. I mean, how much does the attack do?
Well, you can't do single strike energy on rapid, right?
No. I'm talking about getting rid of Gengar and throwing Urshifu and throwing rapid strike in versus single strike.
That would be interesting because the only downside is people are playing a lot of Manaphy right now. Like that first place Lugia deck played Manaphy, but didn't play Dunsparce.
And nobody played Lightning. Come on.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Maybe I should toy around with that. See what I could do with Rapid Strike Urshifu in a Lugia deck. Because why not?
Well, I just think if you get one of those off really quick and you can snipe and really hurt your opponent.
Yeah, because remember,
it's worth a shot.
Remember with Arceus, we made all the rotations of let's just try every single V and VMAX in a deck. That's basically what Arceus was for the good first few months of Brilliant Stars format. But with Lugia, it's kind of been here's the deck list, make some text as you want, and there hasn't really been any innovation.
Yeah, but that's a little innovation there.
Oh yeah, no,
there was a
is.
Vikavolt and Regieleki electric deck that got sixth. 3 Regieleki V, 2 Regieleki V Max, 3 Vikavolt V, 2 Crobat, 1 Raikou, 1 Radiant Greninja, 1 Lumineon.
Yeah, so it looks like...
Sorry, I'm just looking real quick. Your basic lightning Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon.
Yeah,
okay.
So if you didn't know, Regieleki VMAX, the ability can stack. So where your basic electric Pokemon or lightning Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon.
Wow, so 110 damage with
plus
Vikavolt
locking,
V?
yeah, plus locking it out.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah, so I think something like Vikavolt is good if you know what your meta is going to be, but I'm not sure how great it is against, something
most
like
other things.
Mew VMAX or something.
Yeah. And I mean, it got 6th place. I'm sure the Lugia player was probably like, please don't pin me up against that person. I can't handle that. But there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of spicy stuff. I actually, started scrolling down and looked when I went down to the way bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And actually in 28th place, Fuyu, looks like it's from Japan. He's from Japan, or they're from Japan. Arceus with Tapu Koko VMAX.
What does that one do?
That one does for 3 energies, 180. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, their active Pokemon is now paralyzed.
So, trying to take advantage of, Lugia not playing a lot of Switch or countering abilities.
Or just one-shotting the Lugia, because that would one-shot it.
Yeah. Especially since a lot are not playing Dunsparce. But I can't believe you scrolled all the way down there and didn't go one further.
No, I was just going to say, and next to it is Arcanine.
Hisuian Arcanine V with Zapdos. Galarian Zapdos.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then there's also from the top 32 up, there is 1, 2, 3 Eternatus in the top 32, with the highest one placing 20th, going 5 and 3. 2 of them went 5 and 3. The other one went 4-3. So not a bad showing for Eternatus either.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on to the next online Goon Squad series, Season 2, Episode 8. Looks like there's 106 players. And you've got Eternatus in third place, going 6-2-1.
So, can we officially call it Returnatus?
Yes, Returnatus. And I mean, like, the deck is pretty straightforward. You know, you got your 4-1 Crobat VMAX. You got your 4-3 Weezing, 3-2 Eternatus VMAX, 2 Zigzagoon for the ping damage. Because although it doesn't seem like you need it, sometimes you just need an extra 10 damage sometimes.
Yeah, especially
the 1 Drapion V.
I was going to say, especially when you're pinging with all the poison damage. That one extra.
Yeah, because that's, 6 over time, 2 turns is only 120. If they've got an opposing Weezing,
that's 130. Greninja is 130. A bunch of the Reggies are 130.
Yeah, you just need that. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'd play 2. Definitely 1.
Well,
because you don't want to start with this thing at all.
You
don't.
At all. No.
At all. The Drapion is good. I do like that. I know. Did you play the Drapion V Star?
Yes. So part of what we didn't talk about was I was trying to build this deck day of, and I didn't have a Forest Seal Stone in my possession. So with my Drapion V, I was like, you know what? Let's try the Drapion V Star. And so I don't have the card in front of me. Do you have the card in front of you?
No, but Google is our friend. As I'm talking about Drapion V, I'm pretty sure the V Star is just an ability that allows you to poison and paralyze.
Correct. It poisons and paralyzes and put 3 damage counters during checkup instead of 1.
Add Sneasler into that, and that's 5. And they're paralyzed with no attack.
I did pull this off multiple times last Friday, and people were surprised. They were like, what does Drapion V-Star even do?
Right? And that surprise factor is what can take you to the top sometimes. Yeah. I mean, just look, it did.
Yeah.
And the fact that, yes, they could knock out your Drapion V, but you've got the ordinary rod.
Mm-hmm.
So you could always just shuffle that and the V-Star back in.
Yeah, and the attack is no slouch for 250 for darkness, and colorless. But, I never ended up needing it. I really just had it for the ability. Yeah,
no, that's a good one. I'm surprised you didn't, talk about it more. I know I was excited. I know we talked about it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, go for it. That's, honestly, it's the best thing you could have put in there. But, yeah, I'm just congratulations. You won. Eternatus is doing good things,
mm-hmm.
which I think that because there's a resurgence in Eternatus, I think, and there's also a resurgence in electric decks.
Mm-hmm.
I really truly believe my speculation for it's San Diego, right?
Yes.
I truly believe that there will be some sort of fighting in Top Cut.
Oh.
I think Urshifu VMAX has a good place right now because Mew will be on the decline,
mm-hmm.
and then Lugia has to add a bunch of inconsistency cards,
mm-hmm.
like, what is it? Whatever it's called, the Manaphy. It's just not the Pokemon they need. Yes, it's on the bench, and yes, you can't snipe. But you still can do damage. Yes, Dunsparce. These are cards that you want in your deck, but hypothetically, they could be prized. You know what I mean? Like they're not guarantees that you're going to have them. Like that's why Pokemon is like an insane game, and it's about chance because it goes into your prize cards. You have to play a Hisuian Heavy Ball to get them out.
Which most Lugia decks are not playing Heavy Ball.
I'm just saying. So these are the things, you know, you gotta look out for this stuff. I think fighting will do well. Because even if you have
it's been a hot
fight,
minute since fighting has done well.
Yeah, and even if you have a fighting Pokemon that, I don't know, does 70 or something for 1 energy, you can knock out a Weezing. You can do 140 to an Eternatus. You know, there's a bunch of different damage modifiers right now. I'm just saying, Lugia with a fighting type Pokemon might just be the key. Or Arceus. But if people are playing Weezing against you, it might not be the best. But also Arceus does or Weezing will do the same thing to Lugia. So yeah, I mean just looking. I mean, because Arceus is weak to fighting, Eternatus is weak to fighting, Electric is weak to fighting. I guess the only thing you have to worry about realistically is a Mew VMAX, but then the Dark Eternatus should be able to take care of that.
Yeah, it shouldn't really be a problem at all.
Okay, jumping on to the next one. Whew. There's a bunch of tournaments, and these are big tournaments for online. Okay, what's this one? This one's the Girls' Night Out, Standard Late Night, number 3. Azul. Congrats to Azul, going 9-0-2. 11 matches. That's impressive.
It must have been a
But
real
he
late
won
night.
with Regigigas. What's that?
So it must have been a real late night.
Really late night. Must have been into the wee hours of the morning.
Let's see. Anything spicy about his list? Nah,
it just looks super consistent.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
another Arceus with Tapu Koko. That's wild. But see, like people are playing, like that's a double hitter. If you fight with a fighting deck against an Arceus and a Tapu Koko, you're getting free wins.
Let's see.
Just saying.
And 5th, there was an Italian player, Lobo Finberto, that did Arceus V and Flying Pikachu VMAX.
That's still a thing. Jeez.
Yeah.
And then in 15th, you've got another Eternatus, 5-2-1. Let me just see if there's anything spicy in there. Nope. Just no Crobats. A heavier Eternatus line. Oh, no. No Crobat VMAX is what I meant. But heavier V and VMAX.
In 8th, there was a Goodra.
Oh, man. Goodra.
And this is the Lost version, not the Arceus version.
Wow.
But, that's fun. Only one Lugia in top 8.
Yeah, and then you look, and there's a Mew VMAX.
And only...
luckily, they didn't face any of these Eternatus.
There's...
that's the thing. It's right now, it is a... what do you call that? A chess format, where it's just... You play... water, I'm going to play, or you're playing fire, I'm going to play water. Oh, you're playing water, I'm going to play electric.
You play electric, I'm going to play fighting.
Exactly. That's the kind of format we're in right now, and it feels amazing. Not necessarily that they're free wins. I guess I take that back a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's just easier to win, that's all. Because you're hitting for weakness.
Oh, did you see this wild list in 12th place by Nick R. Arceus Regidrago VMAX. Or V-Star. Regidrago V-Star.
What does the V-Star even do?
For grass, fire, it does Apex Dragon. Choose an attack from your dragon Pokemon in your discard pile and use it as this attack. So, if you think Mewtwo tag team, it's basically that, but dragons.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
So I want to make a Regidrago deck just because dragon is my favorite type, and so even if it's not good, I just want to play it just to play it.
Well, you build that deck.
Yeah, it's I bought the Regidragos. Now I think I have most of this other stuff. There's like
I need to Returnatus that deck back into the sleeves. Because if I was going, I most likely would be playing Eternatus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know I said fighting. Like, I would be scared to death about fighting, but I also would still enjoy myself, and I'd have fun playing Eternatus.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun when your opponent is not playing.
Yes. It's just Weezing. Weezing's really good. It's like one of those overlooked cards. I mean, or underrated cards. It's not that great, but stopping abilities in any form is always powerful. We've seen it over many formats. We've seen it over like Path to the Peak. Like, those cards stop a lot of decks. And Weezing just says, oh, even though you're just a normal basic Pokemon and you have an ability, you still can't use your ability.
Well, yeah, because like with Path to the Peak out there, it was stopping a bunch of Pokemon V with abilities, and the basic Pokemon were running rampant.
Yeah, we didn't see any electric box. I mean, I didn't in the top 8 or whatnot. That's something I would have picked up on. I'm sure there's some like further down, but I didn't see any electric box, which means people are scared of Weezing. Because that's literally how the deck runs.
Mm-hmm. One might say it's toxic.
All right, and then I did see another one. I know we went past it already, but I just kind of like looked at the image of the deck list, so I lost where it was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a 4/4 Archeops, Amistar V, Lumineon V, Snorlax V, Drapion V, and then it's got, I would just call it Amazing Rare dot deck, because you've got one Yveltal, one Raikou, and a Radiant Charizard, and Manaphy, and then you've got a bunch of like typical standard supporters. You've got 4 Steel Stone, and then you've got 4 Aurora energies, 4 powerful energies, 2 twins, 1 capture, 1 heat fire energy, 1 speed lightning energy, 1 hiding dark energy, and 1 gift energy.
But yeah, how about that? Omastar V. Who thought that was going to be played?
I don't know, but that first attack's really good.
Yeah.
Search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon that evolve from an item card that has fossil in its name. Oh, let me just put those fossils down. Let me just evolve them turn 1. Yeah. No big deal.
That's fun. It still seems a little slow, but like, so you got to do the attack, which I guess sets up the Archon. Oh, I guess it's still 2 turns, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah, so I mean,
slow.
it just goes and gets them instead of having to rely on Lugia.
Yeah.
So it's not ability based. You're not like, oh, well, if they Path to the Peak me.
Maybe that's something I'd try. As a fun deck to play.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
I'm glad you brought that one up.
All right, Justin, you ready to take a break?
Sounds like it's time for a breaky break.
All right, trainers, we'll be back right after this. And we are back. We are back from our break. I hope everybody enjoyed listening to some tunes there for a minute. But before we continue the show and talk about rotation and get into our predictions for San Diego, I mean, I already technically did, but Justin didn't share, so we're going to have to poke him for that. We do have to, get through some housekeeping. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 is going to get you access to our Patreon-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCGL prize tournaments now. Registration's in the Discord. We hope to see you there. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Austin Zard, The Cole, Sue, Big Za Minus, Hall the Counselor, Grant, DJ Wonderbread, Mythical Hitch, Paul, and Jamal. Big thanks to our executive producer, coming back, Tish Smith. Woo, woo, woo.
Hype, holla for the new year.
Hype, holla for the new year. All right, Justin. What's your predictions? I know we already talked about mine. I'm thinking fighting. What are you thinking?
So you're talking
I still think Mew VMAX will still win.
Spicy predictions. Yeah. Oh, you think Mew VMAX will win?
Yeah, it got second place in one of the other bigger events. Like, it's still good. It's just if they come across anything that's stopping abilities, that's a little rough.
Well, because the reason I think that's funny is because Mew VMAX has only won one European tournament, and it hasn't really won any North America stuff. Has it even gotten top 2? But maybe it's time. Maybe it is time. Let's see. Lugia just won, so I don't think it's going to repeat. It seems like it's time for Lost Box to come back again and win. Lost Box is just so good, especially the version with Rayquaza, the Radiant version? No, not the Radiant version. I'm blanking. The amazing rare
VMAX?
The amazing rare Rayquaza. Because it, as you discard energy, it does 80 damage per energy, so you can hit big numbers.
Oh yeah.
So if you wanted, you could Oko Eternatus. You'd have to really want to.
And that's put a choice belt on that.
Yeah.
Maybe throw a Zigzagoon down.
Yeah. But oh man, I just feel like it's Lost Box.
Okay, so Justin says Lost Box as the deck. Like if the deck had a name as a a standard, what are you calling? What's your prediction? You said Lost Box?
Yeah, I'm going to win Lost Box.
Okay. I predict Mew VMAX. That's my deck that I'm predicting will win. You're predicting Lost Box. I still think something with fighting will definitely have a shot. It'll be tough facing, Lugia, but if you have a good strategy to go against that, sniping their bench.
So you think it'll flirt with top 8?
I think fighting will flirt with top 8.
Who knows? What's his name? Tord Reklev, he used to love playing Rapid Urshifu. Maybe he brings that back.
Ooh. That'd be spicy.
Yeah. No, I think, well, it's not as spicy anymore, but I think my spicy pick for top 8 would be Eternatus. I think there's just, is
that your second place? Like your secondary guess.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it'll win, but I definitely think it'll be in top 8.
Okay, so in top 8, we have a Mew VMAX, a Lost Box, Eternatus, and something with fighting.
Mm-hmm. And then just 4 Lugia.
4 Lugia. Oh, ain't that the truth? And then if that prediction comes true and all 4 of those are in top 8, not top 16, top 8, We're gonna do some crazy giveaway.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
So play those decks. Do well with those decks. Make us eat those words. All right, Justin. Let's talk. Let's move a little bit to the left or to the right, depending on where you're sitting, and let's talk about rotation. No, I'm not talking about rotating your cuffs. I'm talking about rotation, the thing that happens in Pokemon Go typically on a yearly basis. And this is like one of the biggest ones because they haven't done it in so long.
Yeah, I mean, has Pokemon Go ever had a rotation? I'm kidding.
Pokemon Go doesn't even know what they don't even know what a rotation is. They're like, this is a season. It's a season. We have different spawns this season. I'm like, are you doing a rotation?
So
I'm curious as if the game can't handle that many different spawns.
Yeah.
Like I think it might have gotten to the point where like they're like, this is just too insane. It'll be one of every Pokemon all of the time.
Yes. That's how it works. So back to rotation.
To hear more, go to Pokemon Professor Network or PokemonProfessor.com and click on the link to Lure.podcast.
Yes.
Sorry for the plug.
Don't be sorry. But yeah, so rotation. So we have this article from Natalie Miller, TCGPlayer.com. And she's talking about the 2023 Pokemon Center Rotation Guide. So I don't know if you know this. They printed a lot of good cards, specifically in Sword and Shield base, and that we use a lot of the time. And they will be going bye-bye. So, off the top of your head, do you know what some of these are?
I do. Particularly because there's Ash Ketchum crying and there's a scoop up net right next to him. So definitely scoop up net and definitely quick ball. Those are the two like very, very notable. Just right off the get go.
And everyone's favorite or unfavorite draw card, Marnie, is going.
That one's tough. I really enjoy being able to use Marnie. I like the reverse where it's like, oh, I draw 5, you draw 4. It's not too disruptive, but it's disruptive enough where if they have like they use Snorlax and they draw until they have 7, like it's a good change of pace.
Yeah, it just stinks if you don't have something that shuffles your deck. So you're like, well, those are stuck at the bottom, and I had a good hand. So now what do I do?
I guess.
We're also losing Scoop Up Net. Hertz Lost Box and other single prize Pokemon decks. Powerful colorless energy.
That's gonna hurt Lugia.
There's a lot of things in here that hurt Lugia.
Numbers that it needs to. There's a lot of things that are gonna hurt Lugia.
Yeah. Something it's almost like kind of pre-rotated because people aren't playing as much anymore, but Drizzile and Inteleon with Shady Dealings. One of the best.
I'm so happy that that's gone. I am so tired. I'm so happy that people stop playing this card for the most part. I did see it. I'm not gonna name names, but I did see it in some of the top places, and I'm very upset that I saw it with Arceus, and I'm even more upset. It's like, you don't need to grab anything out of your deck at any moment. That's so unfair.
It's so good, but it's so annoying to wait for them to play it all out. Let me evolve.
Especially online.
Yes.
That was probably the one thing that pulled me away from the online game for so long. Like, I really just didn't want to play because it was just like, oh, you use Level Ball to get the Shady Dealings, and then Shady Dealings for a Level Ball to get another Shady Dealings,
and a Scoop Up Net.
Another Level Ball, and then you got a Scoop Up Net, and then you played it on your other Sobble. Oh, jeez. Oh, and then you search for your Marnie, and then you played your Marnie, and then I have less cards.
Yeah, so like...
just so frustrating.
It's not fun in person either, but... you don't hate your life like you do when you're playing it online, and you're just like, I just want to do something. But those are not the only cards that are rotating. Do you see?
Oh, we're losing capture energy too? No.
Yeah. Evo Incense is a big one for me.
Oh, yep.
And something
Ordinary Rod? How are we going to keep our decks from decking out? Come on.
Something I've been putting in a lot of decks recently. Crobat V. We need just those extra 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Now what do you do?
I don't know.
Heat of Toughness. Oh, the good Duraludon is gone. Duraludon V from Champion's Path.
Oof. I like that in the article she says, I decided to not include cards like Zacian V or Eternatus V Max because they haven't seen much play in a long time. Effectively, they've already rotated out of the format.
Oh, goodness.
I love history because it repeats itself.
Yeah, like I think it'd be interesting with Zacian V-Star coming out soon. If the Zacian ends up being relevant. And then we're seeing Eternatus taking up almost a 5% meta share now, so.
And then the article goes on to talk about, what are going to be some of the best decks going into 2023. Of course, Mew VMAX is on the top of the list.
Well, yeah. Well, a big part of it is it lost barely anything. There's a couple different build types, but what did it lose?
I don't know. Quick Ball. Did it even use that? Just use Battle
VIP
Quick
Ball, but yeah, just use Battle VIP, use Nest Ball, use Capturing Aroma, I want to see someone use the Feather Ball, because you can search out the Mews with the free retreat, but it's probably just not flexible enough with, the Genesect.
Probably not.
I just want to see a Feather Ball used for something.
Talks about Bibarel. Once
Yeah,
your turn, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. That becomes a good consistency card.
If it's pretty popular, well, popular-ish. It wasn't nearly as popular as Inteleon Engine. But, in some of the Arceus decks in the Astral Radiance era.
I think this will be good. Honestly, with the format should be slowing down slightly. I like that we're going to have to rare candy into these big attackers, or just not rare candy them and do the manual evolution. But we have to watch out for stuff like Boss's Orders.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very excited to see where the format goes. I'm so ready for a new format. It's been so long. How long has it been? 2019 to 21 to 3 years?
No, we had rotation last year.
Oh wait, we had rotation?
Yeah, it was just August of last year.
Oh, okay.
Well,
sorry.
I mean, not last year, 2 years ago. It's now 2023, so August/September 2021. That's when we finally lost the tag teams.
It feels like a long time. It feels like we've had this band of cards for a long time.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but this was the longest a set has been
in format?
In format, besides one format during like the Black and White era. Because, Sword and Shield base was January or February of 2020. And so those have been out for a long time.
Jeez. Well, what are you looking forward to that's leaving? Like, what are you looking forward to not having to deal with? I know we both agreed on Inteleon.
Yes. Let's see. I'm looking forward to Barney leaving. Just less of the hand disruption. It just means people are going to play more Judge, but Training Court's really annoying. People always recycling their energies. I don't know, something about decks that only play 7 energy and just recycle their energies all the time bugged me.
Eternatus.
Yeah.
Oh, was that not a deck you're playing? No. I am salty. I am very salty about Ordinary Rod. So hopefully we see some more recover. But I'm very happy to see a Rangaroo leave.
Mm-hmm. You know,
I know that's Frosted Caribou's favorite, but that's also annoying. Oh, let me just put this on the top and draw a card.
You know, it didn't really mind it. A Rangaroo was just kind of there, not really used for a while, and all of a sudden it became popular in Lugia. Now it's just like, stop it. Oh, yeah. So since I played 3 Judge in my Eternatus deck, people did not like it. They're like, what? You play Judge? Because, I was playing Weezing, I was playing Judge, I was playing 3 Temple of Sinnoh, just all of the hate cards.
That's so awesome. Did you get a picture of your deck list?
I did.
You should either A, send it to me or send it to Ken and tell Ken to put it as the thumbnail.
All right.
Because that would be really cool.
Yeah. Anything you're looking forward to leaving?
Honestly, just the Oranguru.
Yeah. I think Evo Incense leaving will be tough. Because it's just so good.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Lightning, so seeing the speed Lightning go is kind of sad too.
One more thing I'm excited to see leave. Now, other people are not excited to see leave. Scoop Up Net. I'm so done with Scoop Up Net. I'm just tired of recycle.
Oh, and then with Comfy, just one over, and then I'll play a switch. And then I'll grab the Scoop Up Net. I'll play another Scoop Up Net. I'll play another one. I'll use another switch. I'll manually attach. I'll retreat. I'll get another one. And you're at the end of the day, you're like, okay, you literally just used 7 Comfies on me. What is going on right now? You've gone through 17 cards in your deck. Turn 1.
I know. What will happen to me when I play online is I'll go first. Then they'll be playing their Lost Box. They'll play a Colress and they'll do a bunch of Comfy shenanigans. Then they'll Mirage Gate turn 1 and hit me with their Greninja to knock out 2 of my Coughings or whatever. I'm just like, what is happening?
What just happened? And then I did see another article. I'm not going to link it or anything. It's just kind of like it was on the right side. It was just like the 10 most expensive Pokemon TCG energy cards. And it's showing the psychic energies from Heart Gold Soul Silver with the Espeon in the background. Market price, $38.24. I'm pretty sure I have like 8 of these sleeved in a sleeve by themselves.
You just have these sitting around?
They literally are. I'm pretty sure I have like one of all of these energies somewhere.
Oh,
and some of them might have the play Pokemon symbol. And
oh,
like
my $48. Goodness.
I can't tell you where any of them are though. They're in an Elite Trainer box. They're in a binder. They're somewhere.
Sounds like
I just thought it was really interesting to see that they are very expensive, and I have no idea why.
You know, one thing I did over the break was so my spouse, she was like, we're going to sort all your Pokemon cards. Like, I know I've been needing to do it, but she spent time and went online to BCW and bought some of those like 3,000 card boxes. And so we went through and sort, like, it's like steps of sorting, right? So we went and sorted like by set. All right, here's all my Astral Radiance cards in a block. Here's all of my Lost Origin in a block. Because before, when they're in like ETBs and stuff, they're all kind of mixed up and not like super divided out. Or if you're opening a collection box, they get a little mixed up. But now we have them all sorted. So then I can start putting together binders, and then I can shed all of my bulk.
Yeah, the question is, who are you going to sell it to?
Oh.
Nobody wants bulk right now. It's sad.
I don't know if I'm going to necessarily sell it. I might just throw it away.
I'll stick it in the recycling bin.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I do that with energies. Every time I get I honestly have stopped getting Elite Trainer boxes because if I get them, I get a package of energies. I just end up opening it, dumping it right into their our recycling bin, and then throwing the wrapper away. Because I legitimately, I have 2 of the 100 stacks from the training, whatever that kit was.
The trainer's toolkit?
Yeah. I have 2 of those, and I'm like, that's all the energies I'm ever going to need. Like, I picked up one of my Elite Trainer boxes today because I was looking for stuff, and I opened it up, and it's got all packs of energies, and I'm like, oh, why would I do that to myself? I was like, I should just get rid of these, but I don't necessarily know if I want to.
I was keeping 10 of each energy type from the different eras of energies. So the 2022 energy had the line through it. It kind of looked like a bursting energy. The 2021 energy was kind of lame. It was just a little flame on one corner. Then before that, I think 2020 was the same. And then 2019, was the tag team Sun and Moon ones. They had the square box around them. So I'm keeping...
Yeah, I'm not really too picky with the energies, to be honest.
You're one of the few.
I mean, honestly, I really like the cross stitch, which is what you see on this hollow Heart Gold Soul Silver energy. But they were just the basic energies that had the cross stitch pattern and the play Pokemon symbol. I know you know what I'm talking about because you got some.
Yeah.
But I have 8 of each, and if I played a deck at that time, so I know I played Psychic, Fire, and Lightning. I don't know what I was playing, but I played those 3 decks, so I made sure to get extras. But I will not trade those ones. Those ones are.
We should just play it in a deck. That's what all the cool kids do.
Yeah. But they're all curved. Everything's curved.
Curve it the other direction.
With what? My looks? No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not everything's curved. It's just, I'm weird, and I take all my energies and put them all in the same box, and then when I'm looking for the ones I need, I'm like, why do I only have 1 hollow when I should be playing 8 hollows?
Oh, goodness. Well, I think we've rambled on long enough.
I think I've rambled on longer than I anticipated.
Yeah, we're just over an hour.
All right, trainers. And Justin and the other trainers that are listening. If you'd like to send us an email, you can send us an email at, I don't even know.
SpecialConditions at PokemonProfessor.com.
Ooh.
Voicemail, text, and picture line 732-835-8639.
And Justin, is that a show?
I think that is a show.
All right, with that, remember, traders, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal.